Windrose has been one of the most anticipated pirate games of 2026. This statement is 100% true, and you can trust me because I have been waiting for this game since before it was renamed to Windrose from Crosswind. Also, I'm some totally random guy on the internet. Obviously, I'm 100% trustworthy and everything I say is a fact because it's on YouTube. After playing nearly 100 hours in this game since the launch of Early Access, there are some things I wish I would have known from the very beginning. In today's video, we will be exploring 7 different gameplay tips for Windrose. Tip number 1. The first thing we need to talk about is myats. Farming for materials, or myats, is the most foundational part of this game. But did you know you can collect certain myats faster by pressing the heavy attack button on your axe or your pickaxe? Windrose treats these farming tools as weapons doing crude damage. So yes, you are able to heavy attack with these tools. Certain trees and rocks fall faster to the power of our myats gathering, and it doesn't take up that much more stamina. So instead of always holding down your mouse button until you see the red ring of unaliveness, try heavy attacking, then pause, heavy attack, then pause, and finish it off with a couple of normal quick attack hits if you must. Tip number 2. Sticking with the theme of resource gathering, picture this. You're in a cave, mining your own business, and you're about to leave with all of the myats you picked up. From inside, you look in your inventory and it looks pretty good, except for a few empty slots. And if you're a myats maxer like I am, this may bother you a little bit, but that's a side issue and totally not related to my perfectionist tendencies at all. Anywho, you're heading out with a mostly full inventory when all of a sudden you look up and notice that there are still myats you have yet to pick up, just dangling there from the ceiling, taunting you. You jump and you swing, but no matter how much energy you try to pump into those stubby little legs, you just can't reach those ceiling nodes. Well, Windrose presents the unique ability to build literally anywhere. Many survival craft games only allow you to build your bases in specific zones and in specific ways. In Windrose, you can sleep easy at night knowing you'll get all those myats because you can transform into a 16-foot king anytime, anywhere. All you have to do is open your build menu and create that oh-so-sweet artificial height. Once you're done collecting all the ceiling myats, you just break the items and walk away, like nothing ever happened. The only downside to this is that the 16-foot king status only lasts as long as your OCD allows you to leave those built platforms in place. Tip number 3. The next tip involves collecting wood, plague wood, and plant fiber from the swamp islands. With this, you will be collecting so many myats so quickly that you'll be questioning your choices in life. There is only one risk to this, and it is nothing big, nothing crazy, just simply, on most of the swamp islands, you'll run across these big guys here. These are the plague crushers, and boy, do they crush. All you have to do is aggro one of these guys and allow them to try and, well, slay you. In the process, you hide behind trees, puckering up the whole time, hoping that this big fella doesn't get in a lucky shot and end your existence faster than the Thanos snap. Every so often, go in and hit this guy with some damage. The last thing you want is to be swarmed by little mobs while trying to avoid this gargantuan bulldozer. Once he is dispatched, you will be able to go around collecting all the wood, tar, and plague wood that he farmed for you while you were trying to avoid being turned into swamp jelly. Tip number 4. So, now your inventory is full and you need to haul your precious, beautiful myats back to your ship. Now, you could run off the beach, swim into the water, climb on your ship, go to the wheel, press the manage ship button, and then transfer your loot. Or you could just get close to your ship, open your inventory, go to the flagship tab, and transfer everything you can over so you can get back into the wilds and collect more of those beautiful myats. Now, this only works if you are close to the ship, so don't be all the way across the island, try to do this, and then tell me it doesn't work. If you do, I'll have to go full dad mode and give you my best disappointed face. Tip number 5. Combat in Windrose can be frustrating at times, and until you get used to it, you will end up a lot. There will inevitably be people making videos on maxing your build and getting the most DPS and yada yada yada. But the number one thing to remember is this is a game. Now you could be a min-maxer, go for the gear that has an A rating and build boringly around just one playstyle, or you can just play the game however you want. That's right, I said it. Play your way. Windrose offers unique and fun weapons, which can all fit to how you want to play. Some people focus on wanting to parry and have perfect dueling, trying to play the built-in minigame of timing that perfect block. I, however, do not have time for all of that nonsense. I would rather craft a butt ton of healing potions and employ hit-and-run tactics, drawing enemies out while constantly bleeding them dry of their precious life source. But that's just my playstyle. My friend likes to rush into battle like Aragorn, storming the black gates with his cutlass swinging wildly while aiming for the head. Some of you may wish to be a bruiser, walk into combat like the Juggernaut, taking hits and dealing out massive blows. No matter your playstyle, you can have fun with combat in this game. You have to pay attention to enemy movements, track their attack timing, properly manage your stamina so you don't get the red ring of unaliveness, and for the love of all the little babies in this world, please dodge the red, shiny, unblockable enemy attacks that will surely toss you on your backside and leave you using all of your willpower to keep your keyboard in one piece. Tip number 6. As you progress through the game, enemies get harder to deal with than having 3 ex-wives all trying to collect child support at the same time. One of the most important aspects of the game is to ascend your gear. Now, to be able to do this, you need to unlock your crafting stations to at least this level here. Once you have the weapon benches upgraded, you can go into your crafting menus. Click on this ascend option right here, select the gear you want to ascend, and then ascend it with the appropriate materials. It goes without saying, if you don't have the materials, you're going to need to farm them. Once you do this, you will notice extra stats pop up that help to boost your combat efficiency so you can more easily dispatch those those enemies that you encounter in the different biomes of Windrose. That's what I was going to say. And by the way, this also extends to your ship gear. Go to where you craft your ship's cannons and armor. You will see a similar ascend tab. Then you can just ascend your cannons and hull armor with the appropriate materials. Do this as early as you can so you can increase your survivability and damage output while sinking the salty wretches sailing the seas of Windrose. Tip number 7. As you sail around these 7 seas of Windrose, you'll see these tantalizing trophies with a little gold chest on top. So you approach, devastate them, and turn their ships into toothpicks, and notice you didn't get any extra loot at all. Well, my dear children, that's because you're doing it all wrong. You see, these ships require boarding for you to get the full benefit of their booty. Get them down to a sliver of health, and once you see the cross swords icon here, slow down, get alongside them, and board. Once you're done crossing swords with their crew and eliminating them one by one until the unalive meter has been satiated, you'll notice an extra loot drop that shows up in your personal inventory. Board your ship again, take the wheel, and you will turn their ship into toothpicks and collect whatever else was in their hold. Well, that's it for today. I have no other tips for you except get out there, sail the seas, build your base, and make your mark. Enjoy, and always remember, I'll be here on my main island, waiting for you to get home from plundering, so you can help me take all of these rocks out of the hull of my ship. Don't worry, it'll only take a couple of hours on a Saturday morning. It builds character, son. Back in my day, we used to